second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now Howell. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at about the 32. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Running right through him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to try and run, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it with Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing here, Howell. Flush to his right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use. Into their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
50, 30, 88, inside. Jack 300.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 35. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 26.
They'll go again to Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
26. Come on.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So first and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
26. On the 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And again, it's Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And complete once again to Watson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down. Howell now. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Runs over it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Hey, 626.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And Howell loses it. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and it's a Packers touchdown. Brock Wright from 13 yards out. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We have played 3 quarters. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A give up the middle to Gibson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and long, here's Howell. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
26. Number 50, hey, you block over here. Come on.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Oh, they'll try to jet sweep here with Lazard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the face. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown, he lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us.